We be live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are now live. How's everybody doing?
Why are we pirates?
I don't. Well, I was a pirate for a minute.
Oh, hold on.
So I seemed threatening, and I don't know what happened.
I'm so confused now. We're pirates.
You're right about that one, Shane.
We talks about the AoS and the Warhammer 40Ks.
You're making this migraine come faster.
Oh, wow. Already talking about that kind of stuff. So
wow. That jumped. That escalated quick.
Are we going to discuss the assassins of the Imperialists?
I think we're about to there.
We be talking about them Vindicators.
Where you guys do this to torture me.
And them Eversoars.
My brain hurts. When I stub my toe on the
duties to clean the bathrooms.
I'm Eversor.
You okay, John? You good now?
That was for John. You're welcome, John.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Excuse me while I go eat some crowns and spray my models with Krylon. I'll be back.
Oh, when's that product line coming?
It's the what? What?
Was it the airbrush Krylon? When is that? Are we getting that product line in?
Oh, Krylon airbrush? Oh, I can't wait to get that in.
Yeah, but the can Krylon is the best. Matter of fact, you can look at John's models and you could tell he used Krylon. You got to ask him how he did it, though, which ones he used, because it's amazing.
I will cut you.
John likes Krylon.
His head, the top of his head was turning red. Like, that was how crazy that was.
Oh, John left. I'm gonna go get a box of crowns to chew on and munch on.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh boy.
God, that was good.
That was fantastic.
Pirates to Krylon, you know.
I'm gonna burn you guys somehow.
Two favorite things: pirates and Krylon.
I think that's my thing. I think that's the thing that's gonna trigger me. I think I finally found my trigger.
Nice.
Hey John, it's okay. I'm gonna go work on my Black Templar, Space Wolf, Dark Angel. Let's see here, what else? Blood Angel, Gene Seed Army, aka Death Watch.
Oh, I thought those were orcs.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
Okay. I'm going to work on my normal Space Marines, my Imperial Fist successor chapter, the Obsidian Knights.
The Blood Owls Army. Nice. Well, where do you want to start, fellas?
Well, let's get hot and heavy and start that AoS. Just kidding.
Yeah, I want to talk about AoS, how me and Ski predicted the two box sets correctly.
Yes. This guy, that guy.
I was going to say assassins.
Well, let's go talk about AoS.
Are we because it's
only going to take like 30 seconds, so let's go ahead and get it over with.
Just wait. No special guest, Dr. Owens. Next. Next on Ski for Sigmar, we have Dr. Owens.
Well, hey, before we talk about what's coming up with the AoS, Ski, have you gotten any information from your source about the war cry?
Very, not much. Like there's not much out there.
Yeah.
It's between the source I have. I actually there's a group that got created. I joined, and I think my source had the most information from the last time we talked, and so I don't know.
Well, I pushed my dude and the gal. I kind of pushed them. It's like, I don't even want 40K stuff. Talk to me about Warcry.
Yeah.
And they can't even give me any information on that. But it's kind of weird. But I have to say, where 40K is all over the place with all this stuff coming out and everything, which I'll get into later. My predictions of what's about to happen.
Yep.
AoS, Age of Sigmar just has these releases, and they just kind of steadily come out, and everything's fine. Nobody's flipping out. Nobody's freaking out over rules and stuff.
Yep.
And they're like, "Hey, we're fine here. Yeah, don't mess with us. We're good here. We have a good game."
Yeah.
It feels like AoS is in a very good spot. It doesn't have to be cranking out all this weird stuff right now.
Well, the last rumor I got for at least Warcry, actually, was the fact that, again, take this with a grain of salt. I don't know who my buddy talked to, and he did some quoting. He actually did some interviews with somebody about this, and the rumor is that the Games Workshop as a whole is very happy how Kill Teams has been selling between an army with terrain, and it's mostly the terrain side that they're very happy with. A lot of people have been buying Kill Teams. It's not for the game; it's for the terrain. And so what he said is they want to do that for Age of Sigmar at the same time. And so I have a feeling we're going to see a different version of the box sets than we do with Kill Team. Like that's what I'm predicting. It's going to be a Kill Team game. It's going to be basically skirmish with the Kill Team, kind of combined. And so far, what I've heard is no magic whatsoever. So, like Zeech, probably won't be in the army or in the system because they're all magic casters. So yeah, I mean that was the biggest thing. Is just Games Workshop was very, very pleased on how Kill Team sold as a combo boxes. So that was the last newest thing for that.
No magical powers?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
There's what the story arc, and that's one thing cool about all these things that come out with Age of Sigmar, is they don't have to retcon any lore. It's progressed. Like anything they do, it just adds to it. It's not, well, when are they going to talk about the months of shame and go into it? Oh, we got a novel finally, I had to go back, or like it's like rehashing old stories and modifying them. And they don't do that with Age of Sigmar. So
interesting. What do you know about that Stormvault thing that's coming out?
I think isn't that the next campaign after
No, that's the thing that got announced at the New York Toy Expo last week or whatever. It's some sort of board game. It looks like 4 or 5 players. It looks like they just kind of made some snap fit storm. You take take the role of one of 4 Stormcast Eternal types.
Oh, I think I saw that. Let's see.
I don't think it's anything tied into actually Age of Sigmar for you to play your regular games. I think it's more of a board game that's coming out through. I think it's coming out through WizKids.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. WizKids is starting to crank out a bunch of Age of Sigmar or board games. I think besides that one, there's one more this year, and then the rumor after War of the Spark, sometime near the end of the year, we'll see Age of Sigmar might be in the next Magic set.
Oh, for the realm-wise.
Yeah.
They're going to use the realm gates and the realms to be the tie-in universes, basically.
Yes. That's still huge rumor, dripping with salt, but one of the recent releases, or it's coming up, it's a board game, and they've got all the different symbols of the different factions on there, and they all have a corresponding color, just like in Magic. They have the red, the blue, green, black, and white. So it might be happening sometime this year, or maybe next year.
And I'm trying to look up that game. It's what it is. The 2 games that I can find for Age of Sigmar is Dreadfane and Stormvault.
Stormvault, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So the other one. There's nothing on it, but that's the other title. Working title is Dreadfane.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to be another one of those things that's sold at Barnes and Noble. It won't be sold at Games Workshop stores. I don't think it's part of their regular Games Workshop line.
I think it is, man.
You think?
It's Dreadfane. Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's when you look at the models themselves, they are.
I'm talking about Stormvault.
Stormvault or Bolt?
Vault. I don't know.
Storm. I know you're thinking about Space Marines right now, John.
That's a Bolt.
Like it's a vault.
Vault. Yeah, Vault.
Vault. You know, like where you store important stuff.
Dreadfane. That's for Shadowspear.
Yeah, because it's an entry level game. It looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, that will be at Barnes and Noble too.
Yep. Can't wait to get my Funko Pop.
I'm getting one of each.
I'm gonna get the Space Wolf and the Dark Angel Veteran. I'm gonna stick them side by side, holding hands.
I tried Ski. I tried to have AoS for more than 30 seconds.
I know, right? Like, don't worry. Soon I'll have my own little show, and you guys will miss me. And
we will
Ski with Sigmar, and then
Ski, you still be on this show?
No,
yeah,
I so want to talk about Age of Sigmar. It'd be nice if they had my bleeping models so I could actually start it.
That's a big issue right now. Well, they're doing a lot of reforms too. So like, I keep looking at the website and seeing what they pull, what they consolidated, it's exciting because you have like John said about like 40K. There's all this going on and it's everywhere and there's all these leaks and it's like a chaotic warp storm.
I need big, hairy Minotaur beastmen.
And then you've got Age of Sigmar where everything is happening behind the scenes and no one really sees what's going on, and then all of a sudden, bam, like it's just crazy. And everybody's like, "Oh, great, we got some new stuff," and we just keep playing our game. It's crazy. So like greenskins, like they took them off the website.
Yeah,
like
it's really weird watching. I guess it means Age of Sigmar is in a good place because they're not having to come out with stuff. And this, when we start talking about Assassins, this is a great example. Near the end of 7th edition, man, they were cranking out so many campaign style books, rules, special formations inside of the White Dwarfs. They were ridiculous with those releases, and they were just flooding us with so many different options to take right before they launched a new edition.
Yeah. There's actually a point where I was like, please slow down. My wallet can't keep up.
Yeah. And now, you look at Age of Sigmar, man, it's a nice, steady, even pace. And I kind of like that. It's a little appealing that I don't have to worry about chasing the next formation or wait for the next book to come out or the White Dwarf magazine to come out and then go, okay, well, this is awesome. It'll last for like 2 weeks. Then it'll be FAQ'd and then a spring FAQ on it and then a fall FAQ. And the next thing you know, it's worthless. But Age of Sigmar just kind of keeps puttering along.
Yeah. And what's like the big thing that we just keep our eyes on is what are they redoing, what they're not redoing. What are they dropping? That's always the big one. And so, I heard again, not just from last week, but the dwarf and the free people, that's a big one. Like that's old armies that are getting redone and needed to be redone. But then you have like Tomb Kings and Bretonnians that got reformatted and then they just dropped the line. Like that's like, and they're no longer them. And so that's where I can't wait to see. And I'm gonna shed my tears for the people with all these older models and armies, and it sucks when they drop them. But it's needed to continue the game in a better place, and it does suck. And I'm not gonna say, move on.
Wait, you saying? All right, we're gonna do a little devil's advocate of the sense of how does getting rid of, let's say, Tomb Kings, which I know they were overpowered at the time. But how does getting rid of them fit into making the story progress?
Well, it's not about the story. It's more about the IP and the models and the time to build versus convert. Like, that's what I'm looking at. The story, I don't know. They're undead skeletons. It's Nagash. Like, it doesn't really. To me, it doesn't. There's probably some really good backstory. I think I still have their book. I haven't read most of the old fantasy army books because the story was what it was. I was into 40K at that time too, so that's a little bit. But I'm like the Bretonnians, fluff wise, they got annihilated. Majority, like 80-90% of them, like went and got what they turned to Nagash or turned to the vampires or something like that. I have to read the book some more. And so like there's stuff like that is just like it sucks because these armies are great as in the tabletop, but when the rules are gone and they're not really supporting the old stuff, it does suck. But it's a money / game design / what's much more cost effective too, So
well, you made a great point. It's an IP thing too.
Yep.
There are other games out there where you look at, say, the Empire Army or the Bretonnians. There are other historical games that have very similar likeness.
Yep.
And going forward, Games Workshop keeps trying to separate its IP, all of its armies and its units, everything that makes it unique. They're trying to really separate everything and have their own unique feel and appearance to it. So going with the historical empire, you get that German army, or doing the Bretonnians or even Tomb Kings. Well, there's other games like Kings of War and Ninth Age, other companies out there that are already cranking out models cheaper and easier for them to get into. So why not get rid of those, write them out, and come up with a more unique looking army?
Kind of like they did with Daughters of Cain, which is a collaboration of Dark Elves and the new Daughters of Cain. So they took some of the Dark Elf models that fit that aspect of this and added them to this new army. And they've done it with multiple armies too. So,
but I mean, if you want to pick apart the whole argument being IP with mummified, skeletons and the historical more humans with spears and stuff, you can literally pick apart spooky ghosts with chains and swords. Like, okay, there's tons of that. There's lizard people. Okay, how many times have you seen lizard people? There's I feel like, I don't know, but I think maybe if it's to save money because it was not a very popular army, sure.
Oh no,
sure.
Both those armies were very popular.
Well, and look, at the end of the day, they've got their own schedule set for all this stuff.
Yep.
Who knows what they've got in store for Bretonnians or the free guilds or Tomb Kings? They might just be sitting on it because they have to look down the line. Well, we can't just keep redoing the miniatures. Well, they can, but we just can't keep redoing. We're going to want to be able to inject something fresh into the game. Okay. So, sitting on those 3 armies or 4 armies, if you count the dispossessed, is that the dwarfs?
Yeah, the dispossessed, because you have dispossessed dwarfs. You got the dwarf faction, not the fire slayers or the overlords. The dwarf faction consists of like 4 different sub factions of dwarfs. We'll just say dwarfs, and you've got the free people. Then you got Bretonnia. Oh, there's more than that though. There's Bretonnia, Tomb Kings, free people, dispossessed / dwarfs. Then you've got high elves, dark elves, wood elves. And there's a handful that still need to find a home, like a true home.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's something that they could sit on as these realms grow more and more, and as new stuff keeps getting unlocked. As you said earlier, that the stories for this, I think that's what they don't have to retcon anything. Yep. They can just keep going forward and Sigmar is like, oh, you know what? I feel like I should make a new type of warrior. Clunk, 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 bam.
Time to unlock another chamber. Yay!
Yeah. Hey, free guild people, yeah. Or what's her name with the giant dung beetle? Maybe she, yeah, it's like, oh, look, I totally forgot that I planted these warriors in the ground. Come, wood elves, you're amazing now.
Yeah.
I gotta ask John, why does Age of Sigmar get that accent?
Just cause it
40K gets pirates.
Yeah, if I had to deal with pirates, you're gonna get
pirates.
Every single person's gonna start talking like the chef from the Muppets.
But the 2 new box sets, so the Good Starting boxes, is exciting. I wish they would have came out a lot freaking sooner than what they are. But that's going to save some people some money, especially me, because I need both those boxes. I need like 3 Get Started Deepkin boxes and like 4 Get Started Maggotkin boxes, and yeah.
Wow.
Because the units, like for the Deepkin, the eels and the thralls are about $50 a pop.
Oof.
And the character is like, what is he, 20 or 30? And so I need the thralls. You can always use eels, but I need 30 more thralls. Yeah. And then for the Maggotkin side, which, okay, so the Get Starting box for Deepkin, great box. The character, you'll only really run 2 at max. So it's a good box to get. Use the characters for other things after you get the 2. That's how you're going to invest with saving some money. The Maggotkin box, kind of the same thing. You need the mortal Blight Kings, whatever they are, the guys on feet. The guys on the bugs are great too. But you're going to need at least 2 to 3 of those boxes. So the character, the Lord of Blight, I think it is, he's got the shield. I have him already. I will already probably run 1 of him, so that's a good. Characters are great for conversions, so.
Yeah, I actually bought a whole Blightkin box just to convert my 40K Nurgle.
I need 4 of those boxes.
Oof.
Because they're 55 for a box of 5.
Can you get coffee?
Is that even with the price increases? Because aren't those boxes like $90?
Yeah, like 95, but you're still saving.
And they're making noise.
Like about $30-$40.
Yeah, because the characters, again, 20 to 30. The box of dudes on both sides. The Maggotkin side is 55, and on the Deepkin, I think it's 50. The eels are 50, 45 to 50, and the guys on the bugs are around the same price. The 2 dudes on the bugs.
Okay.
So
you're still saving about $20-$30.
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
I mean, all of them are savings. Like, even with the price increase, you're still saving money. So, in the end of the day, it sucks. But think about it, if before they get started, you still spend the same amount of money or more because of taxes. But, all right, well, I'm good with that. I gotta go take my dog out, so I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, Ski's done with AoS.
You want to drag out Assassins a little bit more? Or do you want to talk about Shadowspear?
I really want to talk about Assassin.
What's Shadowspear?
Okay, so with Shadowspear, hey, you did Pirate and Krylon, so we're gonna talk about Shadowspear.
Okay.
It's for me, it'll be really really quick.
That's
Shadowspear.
Shadow what?
Shadowspear.
It is Shadowspear, is it not?
I don't even know what that is.
That's the new box set that's going to be coming out, I believe, in March.
Which is?
It's for Warhammer 40,000, and it will have all the new. Well, it's going to have all new models in it. No repeats. It's going to have Black. What's that?
You mean the librarian that's tipping his hat to all the ladies?
Yep.
And the cool scouts?
The gentlemen.
The I don't think they said what they are, but it's some sort of, that's a new type of Primaris. I think it's Primaris Vanguards.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, John.
And I can't pull it up on the monitor here, but
yeah, you can.
My computer's acting all funky, so I'm not going to attempt.
Say it again, John.
That's how you know he has naked anime girls on the background.
I do, and they're glorious. However, somebody we're looking at the cover art, or not the cover art, but some of the artwork that's been shown over the past 2 videos, and so Games Workshop's already shown us the big spider thing that we talked about last time, the new Black Legion, the Super Sorcerer guy, and the Obliterators.
Dude, that rumor mill is killing me. They should call it the piecemeal.
Well, I can help you with that. So looking at some of the artwork that they've shown in the 2 videos, a lot of that stuff is actually going to be a part of either the Black Legion Chaos Space Marines, or as somebody pointed out, there's in the rumor mill they showed like a crab claw, and then it matches up with the same artwork of a possessed model for Shadowspear. So it looks like it's going to be possessed will be the 5th unit that they're going to be getting in the box. And the backpacks and the foot that they showed, I think that's all just, those are like parts of the possessed models. So I mean, it's killing us, but it's still really cool that they're doing what they're doing.
Oh man, it's killing me because I want to know.
Oh, same here. I think it'll be next week. That's when it'll start flooding, because they're going to start prepping to go for a pre-order, I think, on the 2nd of March.
I can't wait for the Primaris Lieutenant to come out. He's going to be cool. What?
Nothing.
He's a Primaris Lieutenant.
You know, actually, I'm excited about that Primaris Lieutenant too, because I'm really tired of them coming out with, oh, we got another Primaris Lieutenant that you just have to have. It's to die for. Well, I'm glad
this one took off his helmet.
I know, right? This one's got a sword. It's so annoying. This one's wearing his bathrobe and a hood.
Jealousy.
Yes, jealousy.
Lieutenants. Oh yeah.
There's one more thing that we noticed. Actually, 2 things. In the Conquest box that came out a few weeks ago, I haven't looked through all the artwork yet, but there are some of the models that they've kind of previewed for Shadowspear is actually in the artwork for Conquest. So yeah, so we're a couple of us have been scanning the artwork trying to find any other clues, but some more of the Shadowspear video, I think it was the last one they just put out. They show a Space Marine, Primaris, with kind of floating in the air, and he's got a big autocannon with that's belt fed, and he's got little wings coming off of his backpack, and it kind of looks like he's a type of Inceptor.
Looks like a Blood Angel.
Looks like an Inceptor, but the mask is all different, and he's got an autocannon, so it's probably going to be part of this whole Primaris Vanguard thing. And then they've got
that's a Devastator.
That's flying.
Nah, he didn't have the big backpack that the intercessors have. It's too small.
Well, look above him and a little bit to the right. You'll see one that's flying in the background.
Yeah, but it's not the same kind of backpack, man.
No, it's not. I'm just saying it's kind of like his feet are like the Inceptor. It's got
maybe he's got like hover mode.
Maybe he does, but so we're fairly certain that that's going to be in one of the 4 or 5 model kits that the Primaris will get in that box set.
Man, you know GW doesn't release models. They don't make artwork of models they put in, the game.
Yeah. You're right. Well, and a couple other people have noticed that the helmets of some of the Primaris Marines are different than if you look past the Reavers in that model, and Mr. tips his hat off to the ladies. A couple of what we had thought would be intercessors, they're probably a different model.
Yeah.
They had different backpacks. We're thinking they're going to be some sort of assault weapon style Primaris, maybe like some sort of flamers or meltaguns, or just maybe a Stormbolter variant. So a lot of cool things going to be popping up. But right now it's just chaos.
You know what I can't wait for, John?
Yeah.
The new Primaris Lieutenant model that's coming in that box set.
I don't know if he's going to be in that box set.
No.
Oh, yeah.
An actual Space Marine Primaris Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Will definitely be in that box set.
Yeah, if you look at the box, well, there's the Psyker, but if you look at some of the artwork that they've been showing, there's always this one guy bald with a beard. So either he's going to be a Primaris Lieutenant, or some of the rumor people that have been fairly accurate think it's actually Sergeant Tellian.
Yep, Tellian.
The Ultramarines that has been upgraded like Marnius Calgar has.
Yep.
No, not Tellian.
He looks that way. He looks just like
no. His beard's all wrong. He didn't have a cool stalker bolt rifle. That's not him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be him, dude.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. And when they announce that's going to be huge if it is. If not, it's just going to be just another lieutenant.
You know what? I'm going to quit this game if they actually release Cato Sicarius in Primaris form. I will quit this game.
I will kill myself too.
Okay.
He'll be.
I'm down.
We'll just go play competitive D&D. How's that sound?
Why don't you just come over to the light side and play some Age of Sigmar and enjoy yourself?
No, man,
man,
dark
man.
side.
I saw those tournaments at OVO. Those guys are whack players, man. I mean, John and Ski didn't even stand a chance, man. It was horrible. They brought a floppy list and just got creamed.
You ever see like a baby seal get clubbed?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was.
Well, you know what, TJ? We could go play Arena Rex.
Yeah, we could do that too, yeah. Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
I'll
play with Walker. Screw this.
We might have more fun.
Get a hold of Walker, but hey, man.
Screw it, man. I got it right here, guys. Ludus Magnus, right here, baby.
So here we go, John. While we are running the Age of Sigmar and you're being the big guy in Warzone and you got someone running 40K, we'll just set up between the two a table for us to play Arena Rex the whole time.
Oh, I'm down. Because I'm just going to run around, make sure the judges and everybody's doing their job. I'm going to have plenty of time to play games.
Because I got the lion guy. See? John, look at that.
Oh, you got Nero?
Yeah, I got the lion.
Yeah.
So there we go. We're good.
I got that model too.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got. That's all I got for Shadowspear. I think there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. We're probably going to be looking at 5 units up per side. Some people think there's going to be a Terminator group in there. I don't see them putting a Terminator squad in there. I think it's going to be the Possessed, and then the Terminators are just a later expansion. But I think it'll be
Chaos Terminators. They better make Space Marine Terminators good.
Yeah. You know, I noticed that with almost every single one of these new Chaos Space Marine models, they always add this fleshy components to them. So I think they're really going to try to separate, besides just being spiky and horns on their armor. They're really going to go with that mutated, warped look for the Space Marines going forward, or Chaos Space Marines going forward.
Yeah, I like the Obliterators, the new Obliterator models that they're basically
Skaven? Did you just say the new Skaven models?
The new Centaurian models.
Calm down.
I really do like. I've only saw the one that was up until today, the one that they showed at LVO, but in the video the first video they showed, they had another one that had like a minigun on his shoulder.
Yo, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the? I want to play Chaos now just for that.
I'm gonna do it just for the lieutenant.
Hey, quick question. Does that new Commissar model come out this weekend?
Yes.
Yes, Commissar Rain does come out. Her rules are online.
Is she only at GW stores?
No.
Oh, really?
I want
local game stores will have them, but it's limited quantities. Almost every single store across the nation is limited to 3, unless it's the Games Workshop store. And I'm pretty sure they'll probably have like 12 to 20.
I want that model so bad.
Well, it better be there this Saturday.
When does the new White Dwarf come out?
next week, I think.
The week after next.
Week after next, yeah.
Okay.
So it should be the 3rd or 4th of it should be coming out the 4th of March, the same day that they announce Abaddon and probably Shadowspear.
Abaddon, the spoiler,
I'm excited.
the new Primaris Lieutenant.
All right, let's talk about Assassins. Let's get this.
Yay!
Does this look better now? Let me see here. Does that yellow look with the white?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was great, Ski.
Okay.
Ski, we need real picture.
Oh, I'll get some posted.
Okay, cool.
But go ahead. I just want to show off what I'm working on since, before you guys get in this 40K world, I'm going to be like over here painting my Age of Sigmar stuff. So
you guys like that?
Oh my God, you guys are killing me. I tried, Ski. I did. I tried getting Age of Sigmar out there. I don't want you to start your own show, and I want you to be here and talk to us about Age of Sigmar for like 45 seconds or so. I really appreciate it. Did everybody drink NyQuil or something today? Because you all look.
Oh,
love it.
I added my own filter.
Oh God.
Is that your new camera?
This is my new camera.
Hey, glory hole Jonathan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Up wide.
you like my that?
That could go so many different places.
Oh, like a potty? Is that dude, John?
I quit. I quit. I'm done. I don't even know.
Oh,
All right, well, this has to dry, so we can talk about Assassins.
Oh my gosh! I'll go back to painting my stuff.
all right, you guys all have to talk about Assassins because my computer's not letting me pull up that info.
All right, so
But
Assassins.
I reserved the
characters.
TJ, you wanna share your screen? You wanna pull it up?
No, I won't share my screen. I got stuff up here, man.
I gotta close like all my porn tabs. Hold on.
Close your porn tabs.
Well, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys just like make my headache worse.
Hey, John, just think about me with my shirt off. There you go, bud. That'll help you.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Think about pirates. You'll be fine.
So just Jonathan closes all the windows. We're going to talk about the Assassins.
Are they awesome?
The Assassins.
Assassins?
Assassins.
Assassin.
How do I mute this?
Wow, John. No.
You're stuck. Oh God. Screen inception.
It goes on forever.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Ever?
All right. Oh God. Can you guys see this?
No, I can't see it, Jonathan. Not at all.
All right. So the execution force.
Execution force.
So you can bring us now as a vanguard. Bring us a vanguard. And you don't need the HQ portion. So that's pretty cool. Specifically says that. Here's some, so one of the things, lightning reflexes, so everybody's getting a 4-up invul. And, oh look, points.
85 points. You know what that means?
Each.
I could take one.
What? Why?
Why would you take more than one?
I'm taking all of them.
You are such a black player.
What an animal.
I'm taking all of them with my knights with 2 Vindicares.
That's more than one of each, Jonathan.
No,
so
they're not individual.
Let me point something out. Oh, you just scrolled past it. Whenever you get to that stratagem, that first stratagem, yeah. So an interesting thing about this operative requisition sanctioned, if you want to run Chaos Space Marines, you can get an assassin in your army.
No, you can't.
It doesn't have the Imperium
keyword.
Hold on. So you run Cypher in a Chaos Space Marine detachment with his Fallen. Cypher has the Imperium keyword.
Oh, shit.
So if you take him as this reinforcement, yes. Now, if you want to run a detachment of Imperial Assassins, you would have to, all the other detachments would have to share the same keyword. So you'd have to have Cypher in one, an assassin in another, and then another unit after that.
Well, you know what? Though Cypher has to be your warlord.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does have to be the warlord.
No competitive players going to use Cypher as your warlord.
You're right. But but and we'll see it whenever we start showing the Vindicare Assassin. There's going to be somebody that is going to give it a try, because that Vindicare Assassin, as we'll get to, the potential for wounds that it can do, it's pretty insane. But I just wanted to point that out, that Chaos Space Marines can get this.
You just set the timer. You just set the timer for FAQs.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. This
did that.
No, it's fine.
No, man, I tell you, there's even Imperial players and some of the team chats that are just like, oh yeah, these suckers need to get FAQ. They're a bit ridiculous.
You know what those are? Those are Yunari and like Dark Eldar players and Eldar players who are like, oh my god, they have a way of beating us now. Oh, the Imperium. The Imperium's got cool toys. Get over it.
Continue.
All right.
Sorry.
So priority threat neutralized.
So it's amazing.
I don't know what's happening. I can't see you guys.
Oh. I can see you.
Oh no, I can see you for.
We don't care. You don't see us, Jonathan. You just focus in on that.
I see an infinity.
So, this one. Use this strategy after an enemy character model is slain by an officer's uniform. You gain 2 command points. Or 3 if it's your warlord.
Yeah. I'm going to spend 1 command point so I get 2 command points.
Just because. I think I'm going to spin that and do that almost every time.
Yeah. Oh, I killed your warlord. I'm going to spend 1 command point to get 3 command points.
I'm betting that this is going to become a 1 use only. It'll get retcon basically, or not retcon, but FAQ to be 1 use only.
I really hope they don't.
This is going to stop all those non-Imperial players from taking more than 1, from taking like 3 or 4 characters.
Well, which sucks because Genestealer cults, you need like 7 characters to run it effectively.
Yeah, and guess what I'm going to do with my Vindicare Assassin? I'm going to kill 1. and then I'm going to be like, oh, look, I spent a command point. I get another free command point. I'll take it the next slide, which is double kill, and shoot at the other character over there. And kill it too.
Oh, man.
I could just hear Eric screaming at the top of his lungs right now.
Oh, man.
Oh. It's amazing, isn't it? It's just truly amazing. This assassin thing is just, it's actually laughable how effective this is actually going to be.
Yeah, I mean, assassins have always been kind of a neat thing, but they just went like, you know what? Let's pull a Matt Ward and let's just go balls to the walls with these assassins and their stratagems.
No. This is not Matt Ward. This is like, that's like power level, like that's like Goku at like blue.
Yeah.
This we barely hit Super Saiyan on this level, man.
But what GW did is they probably went to their freaking storage shed, opened it, and go, God, we need more room for all this new stuff. What's not selling? $30 assassins. Oh, right. Let's make the rules freaking amazing, and so we can sell a bunch of this.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited about using these, and I'm probably gonna get an extra Vindicare Assassin, so I've got 3 just because. I usually don't follow these crazy trends like this, but I'm going to right now because I really do like the Assassins. They've always been kind of one of those units that have always fascinated me.
Yep.
And so now I get to use them very effectively. Thank you, Games Workshop.
The audio book for the Assassins is great too, by the way.
Grey Knights was my second army solely because 1, they were knights, and 2, they had assassins in the codex.
Oh yeah,
Then
this
get rid of
is just assassinness. Look at the Calidus ones. Calidus one. I mean, the first one, the acrobatic one.
Acrobatic. There we go.
Because they already moved like 7 inches, right?
Yep. No, they get 2d6 charge plus 2 inches.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 2
multiplied by 7.
So they already have polymorph, right? During deployment, you can set up this model in disguise, right? Movement phase.
Oh
right?
no, 3d6 plus 2. Sorry.
Yeah. No. But here's the thing: it can be you have to set up anywhere more than 7 inches from a model, right?
9.
Right? 7
No.
inches.
For who?
The Calidus.
It's a D6 plus 3, so 4 to 9 inches. How far she can deploy.
Okay.
Oh,
So you advance her, right?
Oh
yeah.
What's her advance move? 7 inches plus whatever D6 you roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm within an inch of any model I want by using that one stratagem.
Yeah.
She will make it into close combat the first time she wants to.
Well, that, and then until the start of the next battle round, you subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target.
Yeah, she's a -1 to hit.
Yeah,
yeah. That's huge.
Yeah. You can't target them either.
That's another. Those you can. You're thinking of the Caluxus.
No. You can't target them because they're characters.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're by themselves. Then you can.
Oh yeah, that you will be able to target them.
Why?
They'll be the closest model.
Yep.
Yeah. In that sense, I'm just saying in general. If you got Vindicares in your back end, guess what?
So
it's going to be a nuisance.
So then that goes to the next one, right? With Calidus Assassin, right? From your army in the Reign of Confusion for 2 command points. And what does Reign of Confusion do, guys?
It confuses me.
So if your model has the ability during the first battle round, roll a d6 each time your opponent spends a command point. On a 4+, your opponent must spend 1 extra CP to use that stratagem, or else it has no effect.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's only for normally her Reign of Confusion is only for the first turn of the game. So
yes. So you have a Calidus on the battlefield to begin with, right?
Right.
They get Alpha Strike.
So then they're spending extra to do command points, right? Then you drop in 1 or something really close, maybe second round, or you can spend that and do it again for the next battle round.
Yeah.
So Vect.
Wait.
Is now 5 command points?
Does this actually say first battle round or the battle round it comes in?
Well, okay, this stratagem is for whichever battle round. But for her normal ability, it says the first
battle
round.
Yeah.
So in order for those 1 armies, like, they can Vect you like what, Eldar, Dark Eldar, all of a sudden to spend Vect, there's a chance of you actually having to spend 5 command points just to Vect something.
Oh, God. Dude, 3 turns of screwing your opponent and make him spend extra stratagems. That's massive.
And most of those points are used, most command points are spent in those first 2-3 turns.
Yep.
Usually by turn 2, you're tapped out.
Yep. So those really command point heavy armies or whatever, that Calidus is wow. I mean, think about like, say you're playing another Imperial player and they have like, Castellan. Oh, okay. Well, rolled a 4+. That's 4 points to rotate your ion shields.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's It's going to be very good.
It's phenomenal.
Yep.
I mean, dude, that's so it's going to cost you 6. You got a couple of Vindicares in the back popping off characters. You're recoup some of that cost.
Where's the Abyssor rules?
Well, all the rules are at the bottom. We're just going over the.
We haven't even got to the Abyssors yet, man.
Yeah, okay. It's all the Calexis.
Because he's
about the Calexis.
Oh, Calexis. What we got here? You just increase the damage characteristic to D3, which is pretty nice. But
yeah, I mean that's okay.
Yeah, it's not really
fair.
I mean the Soul Horror one.
Yeah. All right. So
the Soul Horror is brutal.
We have to.
John?
Yeah, we have to. You have to go down a little bit more.
So the Soul Horror one is so start of the fight phase. Enemy units within 3 inches of that model cannot be chosen to fight this phase until after all other units have done so, even if they charged. If one of those units has the ability which allows them to fight first, they instead don't have that ability.
Yeah.
So anything that let's say you charge in one of those, some of those rules that say, this unit fights last because I have a belt.
Mm-hmm.
That belt goes out the window.
Yeah.
I spend 2 command points and go, no, I'm fighting first. This is me. Sorry, I charged phase. You're done. Or just, in general, it's just like, oh, you charged in here. Here's 2 command points and you're going to fight last now.
Yeah. If you're about ready to pull off some major assault phase, or you've got a major assault phase going in, you run this guy up there, pop that stratagem that really is going to hurt that other army.
Oh, yeah. It's like every single assassin so far has a very niche way of really screwing up your enemy's plans.
But it seems
my theory upon what assassins should be.
But if they run as a team of the 4, each one's going to cover every aspect of every phase in its unique way, and so you can really mess up a player in one full turn if you have all 4. Between shooting, assaulting, deploying, command points, it's like they cover almost everything as a 4-man team.
Yep. Yeah, and then you look at the Abyssor assassin. Their stratagems. The first one is it basically fights again for 1 command point.
2.
No, it's 1. No, is it hyper? Which one is?
Are we talking about? We're talking about stem overload.
Yes, stem overload. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's 2. And then hyper metabolism. Until the end of the phase, roll 1d6 each time that model uses a wound. I mean, it basically gives it a 4-up and a 4-up, feel no pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit more. Scroll down a little bit more, Jonathan. There we go. Yeah. Until the end of that phase, roll d6 each time model. Yeah. So basically, negate a wound on a 4-up. And if you are, if you're running,
it gives you a 4-up, feel no pain.
Yep.
Yeah.
But not against mortal wounds.
It doesn't say that.
Excluding the loss.
It loses a wound.
Excluding loss. Wait.
Oh, excluding. I thought you were including.
X.
Man.
Still, that's good.
But then on top of that, the Abyssor assassin with killing rampage allows you to consolidate up to 6 inches. John's frozen.
Perfectly manicured thumb.
Yeah, it is very perfectly. Just look at that. A 6-inch consolidation move.
All right, here we go.
You can pull a ton more into close combat. And then with Sentinel Array, if they fall back, you can immediately make a shooting attempt against the enemy if it was your shooting phase.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, you're going to pull back. Okay, well, I'm going to sit there and shoot you with my Executioner pistol, as well as, I'll throw a Melta Bomb too, just for shits and giggles.
Dude, look at this profile.
Which one?
This. We got Ron the Vindicare.
Who cares about the Vindicare? Those guys suck.
We're talking about the Abyssor.
Yeah, Vindicare is my favorite, and we're going in order.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the rules. Dead shot, right?
Yeah. Headshot and dead shot.
Well, you got dead shot. So if you roll a 6 on the wound roll, the attack becomes D6.
Yeah.
And which is amazing because when you think about it, that's no invulnerable saves and it wounds on a 2+ if it's infantry.
Yup.
Which means I should never take a Vindicare Assassin because I'm never going to roll a 2-up. Damn it.
Dude, did you look at the blind grenades? They're perfect for Overwatch.
Yep.
Like, screw your one-shot pistol. You got D6 grenades, and they have to subtract 1 from hitting you.
Well, I mean, it's just subtract 1.
Okay, so I take you 3 to a 4. That percentile just goes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it's got fearless aim. You're not going to move this thing anyways, right?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, headshot. So technically, after the model's made an attack with a ranged weapon, roll 1d6 if the model suffered damage from the attack, right? So if you hit it and you do a wound on it, right? So you could technically, on a 3-up, 4-up, 5-up, 6-up, if you keep on rolling those, it's just additional mortal wounds.
Yeah, because let's say you roll D3 for the wounds.
Yep.
So you get 3 wounds, he ain't dead. All right, so now you roll why is that wiggling? Now you roll a D6 on a 3-up. He gets another one. So that's 4 wounds on a 3-up.
Yep.
Then on a 4-up, he's looking at 5 wounds.
Yep.
And then, a 5 to 6, 6 to 7. So, I mean.
7, 8, 9.
I mean, technically, at max, you could do 7 wounds if everything works out perfectly.
Which is pretty much most characters.
Yep.
And then if you got 2 of them, I mean, crap.
Yeah, I mean, you got the spy mask, so they don't get cover.
Yep.
And then on top of that, the stealth suit, if you put him in any kind of terrain, he's a -2 to hit.
Yeah, and his weapon is -3. So, I mean, at best, so his rifle is going to be wounding things, infantry on a 2. It's going to be at -3. So most armor saves at, is going to be a 6-up.
Yep.
And then,
I mean, the average save in the game is a 4-up. So anything with a 4-up, you're not going to get a save against.
Correct. But like your Marine captains and stuff will get a 6-up.
Yeah, you're going to get a 6-up. Or if they have a vulnerable save. But still, I mean.
I think I'm being greedy. I think that should be a -4.
I think the damage should be D3 mortal wounds, just because it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, I agree. I'm just talking about because I read a lot about the Vindicare Assassins. And I even got the, what is that book? The short novel, Deadshot or whatever. And it's about a Vindicare Assassin. It's such a good story. It's a short story, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like the Evosaurs the same way. Like the story with the assassin and the Evosaur before that box set came out, they did the audiobook.
I haven't listened to that. I need to listen to that.
That's good because they make the Evosaur like all hopped up on drugs like they're supposed to be, and they're just killing machines. They don't feel nothing. They just go.
Yep.
So
that's cool.
They should be mortal wounds getting hit by that. Like he hits hard. But same with all the assassins. I mean, they should be mortal wounds instead of regular wounds, in my opinion.
So I got the Calidus.
So the Calidus is going to be, man, those low leadership units.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the only downside is you get 1 shot.
Yeah, you're hitting on a 2.
Yeah, you're hitting on a 2, and then you hit. So now you roll your thing. And, I mean, it's basically almost a free D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you also combine that with the fact that Calidus is going to be on the board first turn in close combat, and then you have,
I mean, look at this. This is a character killer here, the phase sword.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Involves can't be taken against this weapon. -32 damage. That just screams kill a character.
Yep, with 5 attacks.
Oh, yeah. 5 attacks. And then you got the Poison Blade, which screams infantry.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the poison blade is that little extra in case you don't kill it. You know, the vehicle wounds on the weapon wounds on a 3+. It's -1 and does 1 damage.
So I'm reading this right? You can do 5 attacks with this weapon, and then each time the bearer fights, it makes 1 additional attack with this weapon.
Yep. So you get 5 attacks with your phase sword and 1 attack with the poison blades.
Yeah. Or if you choose all 5 attacks, does that give you +1 for each attack?
No. It's just each time the bearer fights.
Okay.
Yep. So 1 fight phase.
You know, you see this line here of like a glare of light. It almost looks like that was actually just digitally edited to be annoying.
Well, maybe. I mean, the Evasaur Assassin is still the Evasaur Assassin. It's just hilariously funny.
So what we got next?
Yeah, the Evasaur. Right, Ski? The Evasaur is just classic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go in and try to kill you and do as much as I can, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna blow up and die.
Well, okay. So did they fix his meltdown? Because
it looks better now.
Was awesome.
And then the Bio meltdown looks a lot better.
It sucked the last time.
Yeah, it did. It was really underwhelming. Like I had a guy actually run them into my tanks, and then I ended up killing him with I think my guardsman or something. And then he was like, "Oh, okay, now I'm gonna Bio meltdown." Ha ha ha! I think he did like 1 mortal wound to 1 tank. I was like, "Oh, that's fun."
Well, 1 wound. It was yeah. Let's see here. 0 wounds. Roll d6 for each enemy unit. That's with 6 inches. That's kind of be rough. Too bad it wasn't 12.
Yeah.
Well, at least each enemy unit too.
Inches, that'd be hilarious.
It's each enemy unit too. It's not going to hit your stuff, which is good.
Yeah, but I think the bubble should be bigger. Because 6 inches isn't that big of a bubble.
I mean,
kind of.
You got to remember, it's the enemy unit is within 6 inches. That bubble becomes pretty big because when you die that 6 inches, because you're going to be in close combat with probably a lot around it, there's going to be multiple units it's going to hit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's where we get Age of Sigmar. They get a little bit more in depth where a lot of things is wholly within.
Yep.
Just
there's like 1 orc rule that says wholly within, and that's to get your invul. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple things in 40K with the wholly within rule, because they did probably pull that from Age of Sigmar, because that's been pretty much an Age of Sigmar standard. But I mean, the killing rampage.
Oh man.
I mean, but the funny is the Sentinel Ray. So if you're going to run away from me, I'm going to shoot you. Shoot you in the face with my Executioner pistol.
Yeah.
12 inches, 4 shots, strength 4, -1/1.
1 damage. But you're hitting on 2s, and you're re-rolling, and your roll wounds. You can re-roll your failed wound rolls, so that's good.
6 attacks.
And you figure these guys are probably going to be running with, they could be running with like a Primarch that allows you to re-roll 1s for any Imperium, so it may work out pretty well for them.
Oh, is it Killing Rampage? I just love Killing Rampage. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I like that they equip these with melt bombs. You know what I mean? So you're going to be hitting a vehicle on a 2, and you'll be blowing the crap out of it.
It's basically, oh shit. No, it's a cannon shot, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I mean, the Cullix Assassin is it's exactly what it should be. It's an abomination, so any psychers that are within 18 inches, you subtract 2 from your psychic test and deny the witch test for it to take. So it's supposed to be a life, it's supposed to be a sucking of psychic powers. The assault grenades and the psychotic grenades are what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I think it's really good.
Yep. Life Train.
I like how your animus becomes better if there's a psyker nearby within.
Oh, 18. Yeah. It just totally, and that's what it should be.
Yeah.
Attacks with the target. Models are resolved as if the attacker had the ballistic attacks that target the smaller result. And a weapon skill and ballistic skill of a 6+. You're heading in on 6s.
Yeah. And look, I like how they reworded it because so a model can either be a target or affected by psychic powers in any way. So it used to just say you can't be targeted by psychic powers, but there was ways of getting around it because I remember using like beam psychic attacks or like AoE kind of psychic attacks at the time, and it could hit them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was your way of getting around it. Now they said he can't be affected, so it doesn't matter if you have a beam. It doesn't matter if you have anything. You just can't be affected.
I got a big foot.
Oh, now imagine someone that has like a smite heavy army, and then you pop him right in the front. They have to smite him because he's the closest enemy unit. You know, but they can't smite him.
Oh yeah. Yep, you put him right up front and say, "Okay, smite. Let's go, smite me to death," and be like, "Oh, well, sorry, it's the closest enemy model. You can smite me all to death, but you can't target me." Yeah, he's going to be. Yeah, I mean, every single assassin is very well done. I think it fits fluff well, and in the game, I think it's going to do what it should do in the game. They should be brutal and very effective.
For 85 points, they're gonna make their points back by double, if not triple.
Oh yeah, they're going to be a thorn in your opponent's side for sure. I've been on the receiving end of these, and these are going to be pretty rough to deal with.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just making John's head hurt even more just reading through this. He's like, "Oh my god, the pain of it all."
It hurt him so bad he had to reset his router because his router was getting a headache.
But the only thing that's popping in John's mind right now, he's like, "Oh dear God, you know what I can do with this? He can just add him to his Custodes army and be good to go."
Well,
what are we talking about?
Oh, the assassins. We just got done talking about all the wonderful, wonderful assassinists.
Awesome.
You know, it makes me want to start. So I have my Primaris, and it really makes me want to make almost like a Raven Guard type army with assassins, but like stealthy. A lot of snipers. Are like the Primaris sniper dudes coming out. Like, really want those, and almost have like a Primaris Raven Guard kind of army. And then rely on the bolters with the bolter drill, the new bolter drill rule or whatever, to help me with a lot of stuff. And then in the back, have most of the assassins doing a lot of the fun stuff. I don't think it'd be highly competitive, but I think it would just be fun and a themed army.
Basically, people would be like, "How many snipers do you have?" Yes. Yes is the answer.
I don't know. How many characters do you have?
How many characters did you have?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, especially if those Vanguard Primaris guys with the sniper rifles, if they've got that old ammunition that I can't remember what they used to be called. I thought they were the executioner rounds, but you could fire them and they would go around corners in the fluff. They would just kind of like bypass barriers, go up and over stuff to hit people.
Was that?
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Isn't that in the Tom Selleck movie?
Runaway.
Is that Runaway with the homing one?
Yeah, the Runaways with Gene Simmons as the bad guy.
Yep.
I thought that was Judge Dredd.
No,
that was also in Judge Dredd. It's in Judge Dredd too.
Yeah, but Judge Dredd got it off of the other movie.
Yeah. Anyways, so which one are you looking at taking, Jonathan? Which
assassins?
Yeah.
Well, since I painted all of them, and since I have I think I have 3 Vindicare assassins, so 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more people will just be taking that. I don't know if you guys talked about my little break from the internet. People will be taking that command point stratagem, and just spend 85 points as reinforcement, so they can kind of like what Chaos players do with Chaos Demons for summoning. That just puts 85 points off to the side for the summoning, and then just whatever army they're facing in a tournament, pull up the assassin that they need.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that, John.
Yeah, but
technique.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm if somebody's brave enough to take Cypher as a warlord, we'll see it there too.
I guess that's going to be my next 40K army, is a Cypher army, huh?
Gonna make some people's heads explode.
Okay, low model count, because I already have a couple assassins painted and done, and I keep stored away. So, how would that make you feel, Jonathan and TJ, in a championship? It's 2,000 points, right? So, but a guy comes in and drops Cypher and like 2 things as assassins, and he's like, okay, I'm under like 1,500 points, but this is all I have, and I want to play. Would you play competitively, like super competitively, or would you like let him do some stuff, or how would you handle that?
It'd be a fun game to play, just like a friendly game.
But would you change the things would you change the way you play because of what you want?
Like, you want to have fun, right? And if someone's already going to bring that, they're not like a ridiculous, I'm going to win this character player. And it would just be one of those, like, let's see what it does. Let's have fun.
I would stomp him into oblivion. Just joking. I'd lose anyways. It wouldn't matter.
She is like, I'd make them regret wanting to ever bring that around me.
Oh, man.
Spit on them and say, get out of here with this crap.
Oh. I'm going to have to do it. We'll just have to do like a battle report of that. And with TJ going, this is how I play my game.
I die. That's what I do. I roll like crap. I roll like John, but worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I am talking about the top friendly player, Custodes player.
That's all that I got to my name.
Now, Dr. Owens, sir, and this is not, I'm not fluffing your ego with your army, but out of all the Custodes I saw up there, yours actually was set apart. Like, I enjoyed your army. I know we looked at the white one, and there was like a cream one, I think. But when you look at it, it just didn't pop. I mean, yours, the blue, I hate to say it, but I'm glad you did the blue. The blue really set your army apart from everything.
I also think a lot of the modifications with the spears, the Spartan shields, everything was really cool.
Everything that I've got to pop off now before I go to play at the Warhammer Citadel for the first round heat.
Just bring a different army.
I don't have a different army.
John, Primaris, start painting now. Go.
No. When I start that Primaris army, it's going to be, I don't know how yet, how I'm going to pull it off, but it's going to be a work of art. Now, I've got enough custode models that don't have those special 3D printed stuff that I can actually take there. So I've brainstormed with a couple people, couple good lists. I got 2 different lists, depending if two of the new grav tanks or the Horus Heresy style custode tanks get in by next week or the week of the event. I'll be taking those, but got a pretty fun army for 1,500 points. I think it's like 10 models, but.
So with that being said, that you're playing at the Citadel, so let's just put this out in the line and let people know about our debacle going on right now in Dallas with the Citadel, and I'm going to blast them because I think this is fair, and this I'm shouting out to all the other Age of Sigmar groups that are following this and whatnot, and I'm supporting Games Workshop and 40K and Age of Sigmar, but so the debacle is the Citadel in Dallas It's the only place that has the cafe and sells Forge World and really cool looking store, very amazing store, are going to start having these major GTs or campaigns or what else, like heats, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They're doing what they do at the GW one across the pond.
Okay.
Where they have all these elite tournaments.
Yeah. So the first one they finally, for the Age of Sigmar side, we've been tracking this heat. We've been just waiting for them to post it so we can get our masters, in and get our games in for the first. Was it the first GT? Yeah, it's the first GT for the masters, basically. It's supposed to be, quote unquote. I don't know how it's gonna pan out right now, but they posted it, and within an hour, the Age of Sigmar sold out, and no 40K tickets were sold. This is coming from a good source. And so what they did, some of the Age of Sigmar asked Games Workshop, hey, can we start getting some of the slots from the 40K side if there's slots left over? Because you're sold out for an hour, an hour. And the rumor is they only had 20 slots for, I think, both sides. And so
there's 40. This is what's confusing for me. There's 40 slots for 40K.
So that would be 20 tables.
Yeah.
And so Age of Sigmar, the rumor was 20 people, and they would need 10 tables.
But I don't see how they fit 30 tables in there.
And so then that goes to the debacle is, are they renting a bigger place out and going to open more slots? Is this going to be their black eye for the first year? I mean,
you got to remember, if they're running it like GW runs it over across the pond too, there's going to be 3 heats. So that's a total of 60 people for the year.
Yeah, but we're just talking about the size of the space that we're going to be playing at. There's room maybe for 20 tables there.
Yeah, I think that's why they're going to, if they do it like the other one, they do 3 heats. So you can't play, you can only play in 1 heat though.
And unless you get if you're in the top 5, you get an invite to the next to the finals.
To the finals, but that's after the 3 heats.
You're right, but they're doing the problem that it looks like they have maybe enough room for 20 tables at the Citadel, and they had spaces for 40 40K players and 20 Age of Sigmar players. That's a space for 60 people when they only have about 20 tables. And so it's all in the same weekend.
Yeah.
Which was what's baffling to me is that they're running both events on the same weekend.
With the small area.
With a very small area. It doesn't jive because they have the after hours event. As soon as you're done there, they have an after hours event starting at 7:30 to 11 or 11:30. And we know that the event has the lunch break is there. And if you bought a ticket, you get a voucher to get something from the cafe.
Yep.
So it's really weird how this is going.
Because for the Age of Sigmar side, we hit that with full-fledged charged 3d6 rolling 6s when it came out. And no, I don't know anybody from Houston has got an actual slot for the first heat. And there's a waiting list. And then what's even funnier, there's a petition going around that someone from Dallas, one of the Age of Sigmar teams, set up to pass around, asking for Games Workshop to release more slots for Age of Sigmar if whatever's left over from the 40K that don't make it, which is great. But again, it's where are you going to stick all these people and how you're going to have a great, this amazing event with limited room. It just doesn't, and from Houston, what's a 4-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive?
About 3.5.
So, and then from Austin and San Antonio, about the same?
I think Austin is about 2 hours. It's probably about 3 hours for San Antonio.
Okay.
3, maybe 4.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's baffling, to say the least.
They're petitioning to basically take slots away from the 40K players?
No, not take them away. Whatever don't fill, open up for Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, but they should fill.
Well, you'd think that. But on the day that they released this and all the Age of Sigmar sold out, when I bought my ticket, there were only 2 other tickets sold. And when I checked today, right before I came home, there are still 26 tickets available for Warhammer 40,000.
That's all.
Well, the main problem is that for 40K, it's 1,500 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a new kind of meta that a lot of people don't know what to do with right now.
Yeah, a lot of night lists are going to have a real hard time. So, yay. But I prepared my list to deal with knights and to deal with hordes. So either way, it's a win-win for me. And plus, hopefully I'll go up there and have the best looking army.
I guess I'll have to go up so I can have the best looking army then.
That's shots fired indeed.
They weren't just fired; they're direct hits.
Yeah, that's all right.
I got shot by the Vindicare Assassin.
I got a big enough belly; I can take it.
Not from a Vindicare Assassin.
Sure, I can.
No, John, I couldn't dare compete with you.
Oh, shut up! I've seen your work.
I couldn't compete with any of you guys. I just do my own thing.
Oh God, please! The only person that can't compete with us 3 is Jonathan.
Jonathan paints amazingly.
Yes, he does.
His conversions and his ability to just come up with random. Okay, so I'm going to make this analogy because I think it's just funny. So you have those people that always go, man, why do I memorize so much useless stuff? And I'm like, I don't know, that's just what you do. But Jonathan, all that useless stuff in his head comes out amazingly on the desktop.
Wait, so you just say I have a bunch of useless stuff in my head?
No, it's not anymore. You built it.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Yeah. Show what you're working on. Show everybody.
What do you mean? Oh,
yeah.
All right.
I'm going to show the example. It's more of a compliment than a.
I'm kind of using it as
fashion on you.
Hold my paint right now, but here.
I wouldn't have thought what you did. I couldn't do that. Look at this.
I mean, the model looks amazing right now, but when he puts paint on it, it just ruins it.
That's messed up.
I mean, the concept is gorgeous.
Yeah, look at that thing.
But he's going to put paint on it, man, guys, and that's what we're talking about.
You always got to thin your paints, and I mean. That was a good rumor for a long time until Dr. Owen shot somebody in the head with a bolter. And
yes. Teach me again, Peachy. No, that was a cool moment.
Which I'm still waiting on my pictures.
Yeah, dude, me too. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're screwed. We didn't get it on the first day, guys.
Did they not show up on their Facebook page?
Nope, been checking.
Oh no!
Yeah,
because there's 2 solos of me and Mr. John the Viking, and then there's a double shot of me and John the Viking.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, they just have the first day, unfortunately.
See what happens when I'm running around with the camera for the first day, going I think I swear I did 30,000 steps. I missed everything. Besides everybody playing.
And I appreciate that because I got to see everything.
I even said you were MVP.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, I'm just saying, it's cool. I just can't wait to see all the videos getting done because that's what I'm excited for. Like the interviews and the whatever series you're gonna do with was it James West?
Well, we got 2 of the interviews already posted. We published today the one with Andy.
Yep.
Wardle. So we published that today, earlier this morning.
Cool.
So, and then we got the friendlies, and then we got the friendly coverage. Then I'm gonna do the 40K, the champions portion, and then an edited media panel.
Yeah. Okay.
No. We don't need edits. We need the real thing.
So is Age of Sigmar last in the shoot then?
No, I'm just going periodically, but they're all going to be together. Like they're going to have their own things.
Okay.
I'm curious though. Why do we need to edit the panel? I didn't hear anything about editing any other video.
Oh, I edited some of the other videos to make it a little bit smoother.
Yeah, but you put a lot of emphasis on editing the panel.
Yeah.
Did something happen during the panel that we need to edit out?
I don't know. I only got like the first 25 minutes of the panel, and so like the very first, I think it was somewhere in the first 5 minutes.
Minute 20.
Oh, it was a minute 20.
Yeah.
Makes you giggle every time.
What happens in the first minute?
It's like the bubblegum show, like the double take, like the commercial with the bubblegum, double whatever it is, double mint bubblegum. Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with double mint bubblegum, but we'll just
it's the reaction I get. I'm like, what? Giggle.
It's going to be edited over, and I'm just going to say bears. It's going to just be my voice being really loud over what I say.
Bears is kind of fitting.
Bears? Like what kind of bears? Like bears and babies type stuff? Is that what it is, Jonathan?
Like grizzly bears.
Are we talking about bears like growl?
Not San Francisco bears, no.
Okay.
But I thought that's what you talked about.
Nope. That is actually not what I talked about. They're completely different.
But they move in the same circles. Grr.
Is that depending on what convention you go to? Oh.
Oh my.
Well, Ski, I hope that the Citadel gets that worked out. Do you have your name on the waiting list?
By the time I got to it, I know I'm nowhere close to even having a slot.
Sorry, man. Well, you know what? I think they said there's going to be 5 heats throughout the year.
For Age of Sigmar, we have 3. Like that's
3, okay.
Because of the Masters. So
okay, so there's still a chance that you can join in and take part later on down. I mean, in their heat.
Yeah, one day or another. I mean, worst case scenario, I just keep doing the organization side and help judging and helping, because I enjoy hobbing and painting, and you guys see that all the time, and I really love playing a game, but I'm starting to enjoy walking around and watching people's emotions when they're playing, when people walk up and talk to them, when they seeing it from an outside perspective is so enjoyable because I've been doing this hobby for so long. I'm enjoying the back seat. Like it's weird, but it's exhilarating.
That's why I like running the events, like Warzone Houston or local tournaments at like Atomic Hobby. I really like just sitting back watching people get involved in playing. Though sometimes, I don't like the negative part sometimes, but even then, it's nice to go, well, look at it from this point of view, kind of like console them and get these players to go try to shift them from that negative Debbie Downer kind of viewpoint to, okay, that actually makes sense. I understand why this is like this, and whatnot.
And something I want to just, for people who are watching, and if you relay these to your friends, that's great. But some good advice that I always forget is going to the big conventions. If you're starting to lose interest and your area's kind of slowed down, or there's a funk going on, or you're in a funk, go to an LVO, go to Adepticon, go to some of these big tournaments and be around the same like-minded people and get involved. Even if you're not playing, just get involved with them, meet people, hang out, and you'll come back probably 90% feeling better about your hobby. and you'll it re-energizes you. I promise. I would promise that it really does. I mean, creature casters, like meeting those guys and hanging out for the day, like a couple hours and hanging out, like just re-energized my painting.
Oh yeah.
You know? How was it? It wasn't because of the company, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was fun hanging out with them and talking to them. I agree with you. I mean, learning a couple of those techniques that were escaping me on how to do it. Even after watching videos on how to do those techniques, it didn't work. But the way they explained it and walked us through it, you could tell that they put a lot of hours into teaching other people how to paint. And it really, even though I'm a little burnt out on building and painting right now, which is my favorite part, I am looking forward to actually sitting down and building and painting again, especially those techniques.
It's something I'm gonna, and be inspired with Jonathan's this year's display board, and it was amazing, like hands down. But what really even made it better, like on a different level, is when you hear people not even close, like on the other side of the building, talking about his table, his display board.
Yeah.
And I'm friends with that guy.
Jonathan, did you hear
that? And I'm friends with him and all the hard work he put into it, and the whole headache of transporting it. But in the end, it's enjoyable to see that, and anybody can do that. That's the best part. Walking around and seeing everybody's displays. There was maybe a handful, well, double handful for me, of really awesome displays, and that was it. Everything else was kind of flat and mold, cool paint scheme, it matches, great display board. Then you're like, oh, Jonathan's like, oh my God, this huge thing. And then there's a couple of those, but that was it. Which gives, let people know if you're looking at doing display boards or big things for events, don't stop yourself. Just do it. Because in the end, it's going to pay off. It really is.
Well, good news is I already got my armies on parade ready. It's done. I'm early this year.
Yeah, I'm still working on mine. If I ever do an armies parade.
Well, I plan on trying to have one set up for the store this year. I think getting one set up for Atomic Hobby Shop. I'm thinking maybe set it up for like October, which is like kind of like I might have mentioned before, it's like a notorious month for retail. So it might be a good month to have a big event there and do armies on parade.
So I had an idea now, just flash, because we have the Age of Sigmar tournament and the 40K tournament, and maybe what we could do is per tournament is that armies on parade for that. Like everybody brings their army for Age of Sigmar in the Age of Sigmar tournament, right? Bring your whole display for your armies on parade, and then we will take pictures of them and look at everything, and then we'll do 40K the same way, and then we can post them all, and then everybody can see both sides and vote for.
Oh yeah.
That way, it's not a separate day because people are like, oh, I got to go back up there. I got to go back up there. If they're already there.
Or if we did, I mean, the other thing is we could do every army all in the same day. It doesn't even have
to be we got enough space, man. We fit.
Yeah. Because armies on parade is whatever.
Yeah, GW has to do it because their places are usually so small.
Yeah.
They can't fit everybody.
But if for some reason, though, that we can't get everybody to squeeze in, then heck yeah. Try to break it up over 2 different events, or still take all those pictures for the people that can't show up to vote, and have maybe a second or third place winner can be like online voting.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe FNP can be there and streaming some of these, and get people to jump on there and vote.
Or we could even just do it a separate thing, like the online winner too.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm like painting this awesome piece of terrain, because it's destruction. So I it's all about destruction.
I got to start working on a board next week or the week of the event, because you can earn a lot of extra points for your having a display board at the Citadel.
What do you think of the green there?
Let me click you. Looks good, man. I like it. I like the purple too.
Can you click it so people can see?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Pull it back. Right there. Yeah, I really like that.
Cool model too.
Oh yeah, hands down, one of the cooler models. And I mean, and that's just some glaze / dry brush work for basing. Like I have detail work I got to do later, but that's just some techniques I learned from, talking with people and getting involved and being interested. So
cool.
Sweet.
What do you work on, TJ?
My Hellblasters.
Oh yeah, those are coming along real nice though.
Yeah, my Hellblasters. I'll probably get a picture of them up today after we get off.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just taking a break because I think for SN Battle Reports GT, I'm gonna take my Dark Angels.
Oh, nice.
So there's basically to finish off my Dark Angels, I have to paint another squad of Intercessors, and then I have to buy a Dark Shroud and paint that.
Oh, TJ, now you have to get a jersey and you can bring it there.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll around in my underwear.
Ooh.
So the usual.
Usual. Underwear, you know how it is. Okay, I need the 0 for this. Oh, put some water in that.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I think that's pretty much it.
I'm not.
So when are we going to start? So are we going to have some members of the FN Pro team on here?
Yeah, they come on guesting.
Yeah, we should have some of those guys come on, talk about the competitive edge.
Colin's actually interested in maybe doing something with having like being on there to talk about exactly that, the competitive side of 40K. So because we I don't want to say we lack it, but we lack it. You know what I mean? We're not hardcore competitive players.
Talk for yourself.
Except TJ, apparently.
TJ's a beast, man. Every time I saw him LVO and I was going to recording and I was waiting for him to I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do your entry and then I'll do your, review at the end. And every time I get in there to do it, man, he looked like he was ready to draw blood. Like I was like, I don't even want to interrupt when TJ's playing. It's rough.
So you got to roll, man. You got to be ready to kill your opponent, take him out.
Unless somebody gives you a drink that is way too potent, and then you end up killing a ton of orc characters with one. Was it a battlesmith?
No, my data smith who went ape shit on everybody.
Oh my gosh, amazing! That was so enjoyable to watch.
So what happened? I missed this.
His character.
Oh, my tech priest data smith.
Yeah, at the end.
Decided to kill off 8 or 9 orc characters.
Yep.
All by himself.
Yep. It was beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
John's like, whoa, what happened? Yeah, he just decided to destroy everything. It was amazing.
Yep.
Awesome.
Made that orc player thing twice, maybe.
Right.
I should have charged him up there earlier and he would have destroyed more,
Yeah, right? You'd think the robots would be there longer than the data smith, right?
No, robots are all dead and data smith is just piling up orc heads.
Yeah. It was weird knobs or whatever, the casters and the
weird boys.
Weird boys.
Killed off 3 weird boys or something. No, 2 weird boys. The war boss.
Yep.
Couple
knobs.
Mech boys were all dead.
Yep. It was beautiful. It was just I got you. I got you too. Oh, you wanted some as well? Come here. It was just awesome.
I was like, whoa, this guy's an animal.
And the best part, the other player was going for him. Like, he was like charging every character at this one.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to kill your warlord. I'm like, okay, go for it.
Yep. And he came in. He's like, yeah, I'm warming up. And he's like, oh, I got you. All right, next.
I was like, I don't know what's happening here.
Yep. Oh, and his war boss was really cool because didn't he have like the pirate hat thing going on with that war boss?
Oh yeah, his army was amazing. That dude, that guy was amazing. I loved playing him. He was probably, he was wand and everything, man. I mean, you can't be an orc player who gets into it that much.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't hear one wog. I was surprised.
Steve, were you there for the big one at the end he did? Steve, you remember at the end, like his friend was like saying like that's not a wog, and he like went up like 10 decibels.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude. And it wasn't the annoying wall where it's like scary and loud at the same time. It was more like, and I say scary as in like makes you like unexpectedly. His was this like gurgling of soft to super loud, but like you heard it coming. And then it was just loud. It was great.
Ski, do wogs scare you?
When you're not expecting it. I mean, for us that were in the thick of the heat of not
man,
or jet burners.
I was totally thick in that heat. And then I was like, man, that AC needs to go on.
I had AC in my truck. I had the only truck with AC.
I saw trucks that probably had AC in it.
But mine was because you had to have it because you had to be able to concentrate. And that was the only reason. No, like you didn't need it. You were in the air. You could just roll down your window. Get a breeze. Oh. Or if you're on a propeller plane, you could just get out, stand behind it, let that air hit you real quick and get back in, you know?
Yeah. That's how it works.
John just bust out a box of crowns and eat those while y'all were doing that?
No, they melt too quick.
It's like M&M's.
And then it becomes like a weird, like, hot milkshake in the bowl. Kind of waxy. Ugh.
I'm going to end up sending you a box. Remember the box I showed you?
Yeah.
I'm going to, like, yeah, we're going to have to, like, do something like that. That'd be fun. And do, like, an opening.
Oh, man.
Good times, man. Good times.
For who?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I wasn't eating crayons, so I was having a good time.
I have yet to eat crayons.
I was enjoying my 5-star dinners, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Catered.
Yeah. Yeah, the airman brought you a plate. That's what they call catering. Let's see here. I'm looking up to see if there's any last minute things we missed. If there's anything from, it's the Black Library weekend coming up.
My hands have been tied. How about chat? How's chat looking?
Yeah, I can't see it.
Oh, so guess what I picked up at Barnes & Noble's this weekend?
Uh-oh.
Is it probably something that I read a sneak preview of?
50 Shades of
Ultra.
Me and Peyton, my daughter, are going to read the Warhammer Adventures series.
Awesome. Oh, that's cool.
I'll tell you, I've read the Attack of the Necron. It's actually really kind of neat. I mean, it's definitely for kids, but it's not all super brutal and dark Imperium, but there's definitely an edge to it. So you're not seeing like the normal people who have their insides turned or their stomachs turned inside out, whatever. And
when they get shot by a Gauss weapon.
What's that?
When they get shot by a Gauss weapon and they
it doesn't go into that level of detail, but it's still reading it. It's like, okay, it's not like, oh, it's a Necron, let's be friends.
So they did the whole, oh, this is Deadpool rated R and this is Deadpool PG-13.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there's still the menace and the threat level is still there,
Yeah.
but you're just not seeing that. Yeah, it's basically PG-13. Yeah.
Best way to explain it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is. But I tell you, I mean, I didn't even read the preview book.
I like the audiobooks, man. Because
it was the preview book that had you just flip the book over and you could read both. There's both stories in there. And I was actually I want to get the books. I want to read them. I want to know what happens now.
Yeah, but I was reading Vengeful Spirit today when my daughter was doing gymnastics, and she comes out and starts talking to me, and she goes, "Daddy, is that the real ones?" I'm like, "Yeah, these are the real novels." And she's like, "What book is that?" And I'm like, "This is book 29 in the Horus Heresy." And she's like, "Have you read that many?" I'm like, "Why, yes, I have." And then she started reading a little bit. She goes, "I don't understand half the words." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, baby. It's okay."
40K players don't understand half the words they put.
Wait, that explains the whole rule issue.
Good call. I swear it's like the Brits when they're writing those stories. There's like, oh, let's just throw some Latin and some German, mix it together. It's like they reach into a Scrabble bag and like, yeah, that's a word. Yeah, cheerio.
Quite.
So the process of them FAQing, it's like, cool, as Brits, we're gonna make this book and write it, and it's gonna be amazing for Brits. And then they wait for 6 months, and then they send it off to the proofreaders of like American or English or Spanish, and we're like, you're gonna have to FAQ this a lot because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of guys that Scottish and Brits, and one German player that's now living here in Houston, and they're always amazed at how we play 40K versus how they play 40K. And I mean, they're still competitive, but it's a huge, it's like a weird, huge difference. I'm looking forward to going over to the UK, hopefully next year or the year after. I want to go over there and play 40K. I want to see how they play, and then them going, "What is wrong with you?" And I'll be like, "What's wrong with you guys?" Spelling with a U.
Because I get to watch all the cool like AoS armies and them playing and all that stuff. But I want to go. Maybe we just have to plan the trip, and you do 40K, I do Age of Sigmar, and go in there and just, I'm not gonna say break it, but make these armies like you would competitively, and then just go in and see what happens. Because I think we'll be the most hated people there.
I can see it.
Unintentionally,
yeah. It's not like we're gonna go there just to go, well, this is how we do it in America. Yeah, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Have a taste of freedom.
But though I think when we do go, and we have to talk like that at every table, talk with a deep Southern swamp type of hillbilly voice. I don't know. It's hard for me to do I'm a Northerner, so
I'm a West Coast guy.
Okay, so it's like, dude,
yeah, I could do that. Maybe I'll pack my armor for that trip. I mean, it'd be kind of, but maybe I might do that for that trip. That might be fun.
Oh no, man! If we do it, we have to go with big old Texas belt buckles, cowboy hats, and boots while wearing America shorts.
So I'm gonna have to get John the Viking the sculpt cowboy hats for all my orcs then.
Okay. Well, serious, man. We'll go over there with like red, white, and blue shorts, and white beaters, cowboy hat, and cowboy boots.
Kevin posts up that just makes me laugh, not because of the politician side of it, just because of what it is. He says, just wear the MAGA hat.
I don't want to get murdered. Come on, man. They stab people over there.
No, we could do is make the hat, but make it MAGA, but change what the words are.
Oh, yeah, but people are stupid. They're just going to see the red and the MAGA, and they're like, oh, we got to kill that Trump supporter. It's like, no, look, I'm talking about marshmallows.
You do not know how to read?
Go drink a cup of tea or something.
It's a fast way to make the news, though.
Dude, we'd be famous.
Yep. 2 Americans go over to Britain to play some Age of Sigmar and some 40K, get ran out of the country because they're wearing mushrooms are great again hats, you know?
I think the news they would say Age of Sigmar and 40K.
What's that?
They wouldn't say Age of Sigmar or 40K. They would say come play some toy game.
They came to play. They got run out of a toy store playing with their toy soldiers.
Mushrooms are great again hats.
Y'all are goofy. That's never going to happen.
Look, we just need to know where the U.S. Embassy is. We'll be fine.
Well, I think we're between the two of us, we'll be fine no matter what the issue.
Yeah.
Is.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
I mean, you either drink a lot, you just drink a lot and hang out, and you grow an accent, or you go back to SEER school. I mean, you know, that's where it comes down to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's wrong with SEER school?
Oh, nothing. It was the best time of my life.
Yeah, me too. Fond memories of that place.
No.
I think that's all I've got. I mean, I'm hoping next week I'll have a few rumors because I started pushing my 2 sources. So I can't wait to see what the comments are. But I should have. I'm hoping I should have some rumors next week or some confirmed leaks.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But I think with all the conventions, because you got Adepticon. Nova when's Nova? Because there's so much going on with Nova right now.
June or July.
Okay, because they're posting like there's no tomorrow for Nova, which is great.
Yeah.
The one thing if the viewers don't know, if you really want to support a convention in a more of a donational, and this isn't, I'm not downing any other conventions, but Nova has probably the best options if you want to donate to put your name in for drawings for donated armies or models, or like there's another Warlord. I think they're giving away another Warlord this year, Warlord Titan for Nova. And there's a bunch. Like I would just keep reading it. So and you can do it online too, guys. So I'm not just trying to push Nova, but the charities are great. So they go to a good place.
Yep, I've donated quite a few times.
Yep.
Well, with any luck, we'll be also having a Warlord Titan for a raffle.
Yep. Possibly. Don't quote me. There might be a Age of Sigmar army, depending, for a charity as well.
Awesome. Well, it's pretty late.
It is late, guys.
I don't see anything. Trying to think, is there nothing really? Kevin's asking, so this Dallas Open thing real? Dallas Open,
yeah, of course it's real. It's coming up.
It's real. Yeah. It's coming up April 21st.
Oh yeah, Dallas. Yeah, go to Dallas Open GT, man. It's going to be pretty popping.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty popular, I think.
Is that going to be the first appearance of our team?
Yep. And the shirts and the actually at the beginning of the next month, the shirts should be ready once you place the order.
I'm thinking about going. I still haven't decided yet.
I'm probably not going to show up because unless I'm asked to, or if I have the time off, but I do not see, unfortunately, no Age of Sigmar. So if I attend, it would be there to help support FMP recording or whatnot, or Atomic or whatever the case so.
Oh, I could go up and just record because I really don't want to go up and play in the championship. So maybe I could go up and record the games.
Yeah, I will not be playing or going, but I will be with y'all in spirit.
Oh,
I'll reach out to the organizer for the event and see if there's an event badge, or if I can just show up just to be able to record for the channel. I really don't want to go play, but
yeah. Unfortunately, I'll be getting back from another big event.
What big event's that?
We'll be going overseas for the SN Battle Reports GT, and then the next weekend is Cult of Paint's event at the hobby shop. So, and I am definitely going to go to that because I just brought an airbrush and I can't wait to use it and for Henry to teach me how to use it. So,
if I had the money, I was very interested, but I don't have that kind of money for that.
They said, talking to Andy and everything, they said that just no matter what level you are, like if you're like a newbie and never painted before in your life, you're going to learn all the tips and the tricks to like work, and you'll probably like up your game. Like what took us probably like 4 or 5 years to figure out, John and Ski and Jonathan, you'll probably learn in that like 3-day session, and you'll be like, oh, that's an easy technique. I learned that already. And we're going to be like, oh yeah, I spent like 2 years trying to figure that out. And then if you're at the upper level, you're going to be pretty good. But so, yeah, I can't wait. I need to get my ticket. So it'll be fun.
I'm not proficient as airbrushing. I know there's an individual that's going to show me how to use it just for base coating. That's all I want it for is base coating.
Yeah. I want to learn the tips and the tricks of how to do it with, for base coating, and then how to do some minor effects and stuff. Because a lot of the stuff they do, I think they're going to be using some glaze and some other, like creating your glazes and showing you how to prime the airbrush and then use a glaze to get those nice highlighted edges and stuff. So it's very exciting. Very exciting.
It's pretty neat. Cool. All right, guys. Well, everyone's waiting for me to do the ending. But as always, a special thanks to our Patreon supporters and everyone else who participated in the chat. We appreciate you guys. It helps us keep going with conversation, and you guys, going over your side or your views, and it's always awesome. And you guys have your conversations between yourself, which is awesome as well. So, anybody else? You guys got anything else?
No. Well, appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all for watching and staying with us tonight.
Yep.
My only thing is, if anybody that's watching is knows people that are interested in Age of Sigmar, or you think they're subject matter expert, please reach out to me, because I'm looking for people in general for that aspect. So,
awesome.
Thank you all.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Everyone have a good night.
Have a good night.
Night, guys.